There's quite a few things to dive into today for the UFO topic. So we've got people kind of talking out against Michael the Whistleblower, including Tim Phillips, who is a former Arrow director, of course. We've got some stuff about Lou Elizondo, of course, the infamous whistleblower who came out last year. And we've also got an apparent UFO crash that took place over Area 51, which caused the airspace to completely shut down. We're going to be talking about all of it because is it UFO or is it not? Well, we'll dive into that in just a moment. So before we get into it, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to be kept up to date with everything UFO. Now, the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, of course, the fact that we've got an alleged UAP that has crashed over area, or around the Area 51 kind of region, which is causing everyone to obviously buzz and be like, oh my god, it's a UFO. Well, is it? This is the news that have been delivering the story so far.
The investigation into a, quote, incident involving a military aircraft near Area 51 is intensifying after the Air Force discovered, quote, tampering and materials in the desert. The agency now investigators first to tell you late last month about that incident near Area 51 involving a military aircraft. The FAA even ordered all planes away from that area above Lincoln County, not far from the secret military installation. Well, after cleaning up the site, a spokesperson for Creech Air Force Base, where they fly drones, says, quote, investigators discovered signs of tampering at the mishap location, including the presence of an inert training bomb body and an aircraft panel of unknown origin. Remember, that's after they say they cleaned this all up. Right now, the Air Force and the FBI are investigating. Meantime, the Dreamland Resort, that's a website devoted to tracking activity in and around Area 51, reports the incident was an unmanned aerial vehicle crash.
So that's the details that we've got so far, and everyone's kind of jumping to this and being like, oh my lord, this is a UFO. Well, hold your horses because it might not be that exciting. So on September 23rd, 2025, a UAV, which is an unmanned aerial vehicle, assigned to the US Air Force's 432nd Wing based at Creech Air Force Base in Nevada, crashed in the Nevada desert approximately 12 miles east of Area 51 security perimeter and around 24 miles from the base itself. It's the 432nd Wing is known for operating drones like the MQ-9 Reaper, though the exact type of craft involved remains unspecific and with no official statements as of right now. No fatalities or injuries were reported, and it was an unmanned craft. The crash site fell within the Nevada Test and Training Range, the NTTR, adjacent to the high security airspace around Area 51 known as the Box. This location has fueled speculation due to Area 51's history of secrecy and association with advanced or classified aircraft testing. What made this even crazier is the fact that the airspace was completely shut down, so the FAA issued a temporary flight restriction, which centered around the area of the crash site itself, and then obviously there was the investigation and finding the tampering that had taken place. As of right now, the details are incredibly scarce. A lot of people are saying, oh my goodness, it's a UFO. It's not a UFO, I'm afraid, guys. It's a UAV, which was military. It was a test flight. It went down. Things went wrong. I hate to break it to you, but people are talking about it all over the internet. As you can see here, articles have been made about it. This was the area in which it went down. I believe this is the Box. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is where it went down, essentially, right? And that's the crux of it, I'm afraid. So less exciting than it being a UFO, but I don't want to lead people down the wrong path. Moving forward from this, we've got Lou Elizondo. So someone is speaking out against Lou Elizondo. Quote, Lou told me the US government would give me a shit ton of money to keep me from selling it to China. They fuck with me. I'm tired of it. So basically, talking about anti-gravity research here. Take a little listen to this. It's very telling.
Because he was like, I'm going to bring George Knapp and blah, 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 and we'll film. But Lou said the same thing. Lou was like, oh, we're filming the second season of the TTSA show on the History Channel, and we'll come do an episode about Huntsville, like, I want to bring Tom DeLonge and Steve Justice and Hal and blah 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 people to your house. And he told me that the US government would give me a shit ton of money to keep me from selling it to China. And so I called him and I'm like, can you refer me to an active US Army general, please, to talk about this transaction? And he was like, radio silence. Like, I asked him to refer me to active military, and that killed the conversation. But yeah, they fuck with me. I'm tired of it.
So, long story short, right? Basically, this is anti-gravity researcher Amy Eskridge, right? And she obviously works with anti-gravity stuff. She's done a lot of work on it. And basically, Lou said, don't sell it to China, or what you know to China. Keep it here. The government will pay you loads of money to like find out what you know and all the rest of it. And apparently, when she referred to the US government and to active military personnel, radio silence, nothing came about from it. And it kind of plays into this narrative that Lou Elizondo is this disinformation agent. Whether that's true or not, obviously, is up to interpretation. A lot of people don't like Lou. I know Vetted posted, Patrick from Vetted posted on X a couple of days ago saying, you know, in public, everyone loves Lou, but behind the scenes, no one wants to work with him. I wonder why that is. Adding in this kind of, you know, underlying kind of idea that maybe he's not the nicest guy around. What do you guys think? Let me know. But moving on from that, you may remember a couple of days ago, someone over on Reddit called Michael, right, the whistleblower or witness, came out and did an AMA, Ask Me Anything, on his basically his first-hand experiences with UAPs, and also how he created basically stuff for the DoD, and he was basically completely blacklisted to a degree. Now, a lot of people are talking about this, including Tim Phillips, who is the former Arrow director. And he spoke with Mick West, who did an interview and basically spoke about the stuff with regards to the DoD and Arrow, and whether this guy is legit or not. Well, I can tell you for a fact that this is a highly, highly interesting conversation. Take a little listen to this.
I was frustrated by some of the claims made by witnesses to members of Congress. I know that we had people referred to us. One particular individual, we thought he was extorting us. You know, we were either going to pay him for his knowledge or his materials, or he was going to take it to a foreign country. It sounded like extortion to us, and reported it to our FBI counterparts. And by the way, we actually had at various times FBI, agents or analysts who were part of the Arrow staff. So we did work very, very closely with the FBI. So
that was some like physical material that he had.
It was. And I actually went back to members of this member's staff saying they should protect the member from this individual. It wasn't fair to him to give him an audience. I am not a medical professional, but what I heard, based off common sense, I wouldn't want him around my family.
How did he even get into the position to be able to approach you with this type of thing?
Well, it was referred to us by members of this staff. It came to us.
Okay. All
and
right.
we were asked to interview, and we did. And there was concern that some of the materials that he possessed could compromise actual programs of record. When I actually met with the chairman over this issue, he had asked me if I had been actually visited to the Nevada test site. And I had personal knowledge of some of the technologies that were being tested out there. And I told him, no, I haven't. And he highly recommended that I get out there, get read in and understand what was going on, because he was afraid that programs could have been compromised. So
Right.
that's one reason, I went out to the Nevada test site.
Was that a helpful perspective on existing
Oh,
cases?
it
or later?
absolutely was, to go out there to meet with the commanders, to look at the test articles, and you have a much better understanding why rational people who are not
Yeah.
witting to the technology could actually think that this was derived or reverse engineered from, an alien, uh, ET type entity.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned once, I think, a Klingon battleship.
I think I said death ship. Yeah, I was when I
Right.
looked at that video. It was late at night, and we had been talking for many, many hours, and I had a little bit too much body movement there. But I was getting excited. But the technology is amazing, and it's one of the things I do want to go back and hammer on a bit is these people that report what they saw. When we go back and we see the videotapes of the test, their accuracy is just amazing.
Right.
It actually is scary as how they accurately convey what they saw to us, and we look at it and we understand what it is. We do understand the technology, and they're right. It's amazing, but it came, it was invented by us and flown by us, and we want to preserve, the security of these programs, and that's why we go through such great lengths to vet people and have such compartmentalization, and we test in such a remote place, to protect these systems as they're being developed.
Yeah. So these systems.
Interesting stuff there from obviously Tim Phillips talking about this, Michael. This basically is like a civilian contractor. Now, what was really interesting about this was this interview came out about 3 months ago over on Mick West's YouTube channel, right? So you can see it here. It came out about 3 months ago talking about this situation. It's a whole episode of like an hour and 42. So if you want to hear the rest of it, go over to Mick West's YouTube channel. You'll find it over there. But it does directly kind of coincide hand in hand with this AMA and the order of events that this Michael has put into place. Whistling Mike is his Twitter handle, of course, and it's very interesting. Now, I initially thought that this was the guy that dead dropped the Hellfire missile video to Burleson, but it wasn't. Apparently, he was dead dropped it as well as Burleson, so it wasn't him that actually dead dropped the video. Very interesting stuff. What do you guys make of all of this? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Way down there, jump to get the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.